I'm Bill Day. I'm a professor here at the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and I'm going to be teaching this course this particular semester. Since you're taking this course over the internet, there's probably a good chance that you've never met me, so I thought that I would give you a little bit of my background. I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. I felt a call into the ministry when I was a teenager, but I had my own ideas, as a lot of people do, about what they want to do in their life, and I wanted to be a scientist. So after graduating from high school, I went to the University of Florida, and I majored in chemistry. After graduating from the University of Florida, I went to Purdue University to work on a doctorate degree, and I worked on that degree for several years, but also got very involved with my wife in a church. And as I got involved in this church and got involved in the ministries of this church, I realized that while I could be successful as a scientist and probably give a lot more money to the church than as a pastor, that I really wouldn't be doing what God wanted to do in my life. And so I left 10 years of studying chemistry behind me and decided to go to that other seminary there in Louisville, Kentucky. And it was there at Louisville, Kentucky that I got my master's degree. And then God called me to go all the way down to Miami, Florida. I served in a couple of churches there in Miami, Florida. The first church I served in was right across the street from the University of Miami. It was a small church, but we were able to help that church to grow. Later I went to another church that was a very large church. I was the associate pastor there, and this church at one time led the Southern Baptist Convention in baptisms. Since that time, I've been in a lot of different churches, a lot of different sizes, a lot of different locations, and learned something from every one of those churches. But eventually God called me to get a PhD. So I came here to the seminary at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary and got my PhD. And then I was called to be a professor in evangelism. And I've been serving here for about 15 years now. Since that time, I've been very much involved in teaching courses, but also doing research that is somewhat unique in the Southern Baptist Convention. I have a database of all the churches in the Southern Baptist Convention, and I also teach demographics and do demographic research, and so I've been able to know really not only what's happened internally within every church, but also about the background or the demographics of a church. This is really especially helpful for the courses that I'll be teaching this particular semester, because I want to be able to help your church to revitalize or to learn how to deal with your particular situation and the need for contemporary evangelistic ideas to help churches reverse a terrible trend that is taking place right now in the Southern Baptist Convention. And you may note that our baptisms have been declining so that they're the worst that they've been in decades. And I want to try to help you and your church and the churches that you will eventually serve to reverse this trend. And one of the ways that I'm seeking to do that is to connect you with a church that you might want to do some research on. I can connect you with any church so that, for example, if you're in a church right now that's running 100, and I do a study of your church's community and tell you this is the type of community that you live in, then I can identify another church that 10 years ago or 5 years ago was running 100 in a community just like yours, but today is running 200 or even more and has experienced great growth. That's what I like to be able to see take place in your ministry, in the church you're in, and the churches that you'll be pastoring in or on staff in. And so I want to be able to help you with this, and we'll be talking about that in the class that you'll be taking with me over the internet. One thing I wanted to let you know is that I'm a one-finger typist, which means that if I want to type a response to you over the internet, it's going to take me a little bit longer than actually talking to you. So if you have any questions, you can email me, and if necessary, I might give you a call. Or if you want to just call me, I have my cell phone. It's on the syllabus. Call me on that telephone number. You can call me during the day. You can call me at night. You can call me, you know, whatever time you want to call me, even on the weekends. Just don't call me at 11 o'clock on Sunday. So anyway, we're glad to have you in the course. Looking forward to a great semester. Looking forward to getting to know you better and help you know a little bit more about me, and I'll be telling you more as the semester goes on. Good to have you in the course.